Hi, I'm Miles.
And I'm Marika.
And this is I Don't Know What I'm Doing.
'Cause we don't! Hello, guys. This is a Minisode.
Light Flow is back.
Your favorite.
Okay, well, this is where we answer listener questions and then we ask each other a question at the end.
Yep.
Rika, you have 2 questions, so you should go first.
Okay. So this is really great because me and Miles have been talking about our parents outside of recording. So what features / traits do you wish you got from your parents / family?
Ugh. I think the ones I got are pretty good, and I like what I have, and I do not need the other stuff, I would say.
Yeah. Okay, like, what do you like what you have?
I mean, I think I have my height, which I'm 6'1". My family, because both sides, not that that's super tall, but both sides are kind of tall-ish. And I got my butt because I'm Greek. Because that's a thing. Greeks, Armenians, Turks, Arabs, they have butts. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Either.
And then like definitely my dad's side is like into current events, reading articles. Like my grandpa would clip articles and read at the dinner table, and then my dad would do that for us. So like that kind of like thirst for like learning and reading and knowing, and which I feel like this world of like phones and screens is eroding in me lately. And I'm like, I have like this, I'm just like, I want to like learn things and read nonfiction. And I'm like really like missing that right now.
Yeah, for sure. I always thought that was a great idea when you talked about that, like what your parents did. Like, yeah, like we read, or your dad, we read these like newspaper articles at the dinner table and talk about it. I'm like, that's really cool.
But as far as what I want that I don't have, I really like my parents' hair texture. My dad has wavy hair. My mom's hair is kind of wavy too. And my hair is just like straight and thin and like needs product to like become anything. So I would love like wavy hair. I think is so cool.
Interesting. I love how like you and I interpret this question way different. You look at it like cosmetically and like features and stuff. And for me, I interpret this like as personality traits.
Yeah, I guess I just always assume that like a lot of that is just like things that happened to you growing up, and then maybe astrology. But I always forget that's like there's inherited personality.
Right.
Yeah. I don't put a lot of stock in that.
But I think like genetically, like I feel like sometimes your personality is kind of like genetic a little bit sometimes.
Well, that's what they taught us in biology, but I was always like, is it? Or is it just like, is it nature or is it nurture? I don't know that we fully know that.
Yeah. So it's when I first read this question, I was like, nothing. Like I already already have all the great features. Okay, I'm just better than them. All right, because I'm the next generation. I should be. It makes more sense. I learn from your mistakes, hopefully, kind of thing. But now talking to you, I'm like, okay, like I wish I had my dad's height, and I wish I had my dad's like knowledge of mathematics, like of math. Like I wish math comes very easy and naturally to him, I feel like. And for me, like I always struggled with it. My dad is like pretty book smart and stuff, so I was very envious of that as a kid growing up. Not so much anymore. Because he's probably like lost it, But it's weird because like again, like I thought about like personality or things that my parents have done that I wish I did. And the first thing that came to mind was like my mom's ability to come to America like on her own pretty much. And like not really knowing English, learning only Thai and Spanish, and that's it. Like, and she established a life here. Like, that's really impressive. Like, in a foreign country that you weren't born at, and you gained citizenship, and all that. Well, my mom first went to Spain before coming to America, and she lived with my aunt for a year, and she became fluent in Spanish, and then she lost it.
Whoa. Okay, well, I have a question.
Okay.
How do I change careers at age 30? Oh, this is such a question for Marika now that I'm realizing it. How do I change careers at age 30 and go back to college part-time and get into more debt?
Well, you got to think about the return of your investment. You have to look at like, what is this career change that you want to do? Can you go back to your alma mater and be like, hey, career counselor, can you help me? Like, I'm thinking about changing careers. Do I need to do a master's degree or a grad certificate in order to do that? And sometimes it could be a no. Like, sometimes you don't need to go into debt. Or what Miles always suggests is, why don't you do that? Like, what's it called, Miles? Where you like temporary, like visit said company and you kind of like try out the position or you shadow somebody for a day?
Oh, and you could do an informational interview. I did an informational interview and I also shadowed as part of that.
Yeah. So you could do something like that and make sure. And then also, if grad is something that you figure out that you need to do or would like to do, you definitely need to go on some type of government website, get statistics, and look at the median salary, the area that you live in, again, and this pertains to the type of career that you're looking to achieve. Education is one of the best investments you can make into yourself. You'll always get that return. It's a long-term investment. The best investment is yourself. Like, you're priceless.
Wow.
So, but but I also, with my students, like, be realistic too. Like, I talk to people who have a bachelor's degree already, and it doesn't always make sense for you to get another degree on top of that's an undergrad degree, like not saying that you are doing that, but it doesn't make any sense sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I would, and sometimes, like, I talked to a DeVry student who graduated with a graphic design, and he was having a hard time finding a job within that in his area. He lived in like New York City, so very competitive. And he was finding a lot of like cybersecurity positions, and they all were like, oh, coding, and he's like, I don't know coding, and C++ or whatever. But he talked to one of our counselors, and she was like, you don't need to get certified, you just need the knowledge of coding. You just have to show that on your resume. You don't have to have like that extra credibility, extra credential to prove it. So just like keywords like that maybe a career advisor can like look at, and also they connect you to alumni that are in that career. Basically, 3 things: go back to your alma mater, talk to their career counselor, career services. They help. Doesn't matter how long ago you attended, they want to help. If you find the right one, they want to help you. And then just research grad schools and research your job, the return on your salary of that investment. Is it worth it? God, that's a long answer, but yeah, because I do this every day.
I didn't realize it until I was reading the question. I was like, oh my God, this is like Marika's job.
It's my job.
I'm just going to say I agree. Because special. I went back to school. My school was very cheap, and it was only 1 year, so it was a little bit less it was less scary,
Yeah, and Miles was extremely smart and saved money. Yeah. So he was a saver, and he had the ability to. Were you working when you were doing advertising school?
Mostly, yeah. I took the first summer I started, I didn't work because it was my first quarter, and I just wanted to just go to school, and then I was a substitute teacher.
Oh yeah, so good luck. Don't fuck it up, and it's okay if you do. You're 30. You're young, even though it doesn't feel like it. Okay, so next question that I have, it's not really a question. It's more of like they want us to talk about our experience. Your guys' take/experience on medication for anxiety, depression, and ADHD.
I have nothing to contribute here because I've never been diagnosed nor taken medication for any of these things. Even though my mom in 3rd grade thought I had ADHD, Well, look who I'm not texting now. So,
You don't. You don't have it. Yeah, so for me, like, I used to take Adderall, unprescribed from the streets. Okay, I used to take 2 different forms of Adderall, not all the time. Adderall XR, that is it. That is Cadillac of Adderall. Okay, which is time released capsules. Okay. Then there's the other kind of Adderall, which is like these chalky tablets that suck. Bleh. Okay. All right. It's because like at the time in college, like it would help me focus, and it gave me like dry mouth though. Really bad dry mouth. Like my mouth, like I felt like my mouth smelled bad, like because of it. But I thought my singing voice was very good. I don't know what happened with. I don't know why that affected it, or my hearing was like kind of like being different. I don't know, but it did help me focus.
You had a super dry mouth, but that made you an amazing singer.
Yeah, like I felt like I sounded better. Like singing, like I was singing on my way to the blue line. So I felt like, oh my God. Of course, like I could be like it's like just all in my brain. Yeah. But like I didn't use it effectively. To be honest, like it did help me personally because I think I need it. But I've never been diagnosed properly for ADHD or, AD. But like anxiety and depression, like I've never thought about taking it. It's kind of always scared me to go to the doctor for anxiety or depression because I'm afraid of the side effects where it makes you feel worse. But sometimes like it does help you, and it's something that maybe you can like consider because there's not so much of a stigma anymore.
We've had too many TV shows for there to be a stigma.
And it's really interesting because we're probably the only country that advertises like medication on TV. Like no other country really does that. So it's weird that you get this idea from television, you present it to the doctor. Like that's kind of weird.
I will say on the topic of people taking Adderall that's not prescribed to them, my one friend was like so busy at work, like had such a crazy workload that she was legally buying Adderall and taking it at work so she could work faster, and that was the only way that she could get all her work done in time.
What was she doing?
This was on my logistics. And I was like, if you need to talk to anybody at your job because that is insane and illegal.
It is insane.
And illegal.
But that's kind of the extreme of like me. Like I see myself in that situation where I won't ask for help, even though I need it desperately like that. So like I'm
a very loyal person, but I'm not company loyal. Like I'm like, if my job were working me that hard that I had to do drugs, I would be like, fuck this place. Like I will ask for whatever.
I am company loyal to a certain extent, but it's mostly like a pride thing for me and wanting to show that I'm the best employee. Like for me, like this is a me thing. Yeah. This is not like a company thing. Because my manager's like, Marika, you need to take a personal day. When is that happening? Like you, like, are you not taking? Oh, you're not taking your full lunches. You need to take your full lunches. Okay, you're gonna get burnt out because they like legally they were like you really should take this, and also we appreciate your hard work, but you're gonna get burnt out, and then you're no good for us. Yeah. Type of thing. So yeah, God, that's really intense.
But we're going to move to the part of the show where we ask each other a question, which means that we have to take a break for ads.
Ads.
Okay, you guys, we're back. We lied. No one pays for this. It's just us. That's how you like it, you dirty slut. But I'm going to ask Marika a question, and then this is the part of the show where she also asks me a question.
Yes.
I have one that seems very Marika to me, and I'm curious what she's going to pick because I think she's going to want to pick both.
Okay.
If you were able to live to the age of 90, but either retain the mind of a 30-year-old or the body of a 30-year-old. Which are you choosing?
Okay, so if I choose the body version, like how is my mind? Like the mind of a 90?
You're living till age 90, but you have a 30-year-old body. After you're 30, your body never changes, but your mind is just normal. You might get dementia. You know, it's like your mind is aging.
Oh, I rather have a body of a 30-year-old and have a mind of a 90-year-old. Here is why. Because I think it's a lot easier to take care of yourself, even if you have dementia, when you have a 30-year-old body, because you're able body. Even though, like, for example, I don't have the cognitive to bathe myself or feed myself or something like that, possibly, but I'm helping that person help me. You know, it's like it's a reflex in a sense where you just automatically your body is just like going along and helping this person lift you, you know, versus someone who I have a mind of a 30-year-old, but my body's not there and I can't move like I was able to, then fuck that. And I want to learn, I want to walk, like I want to move, like no. And also being 30 and you can't move like you did before, like that is, for me, that's detrimental. Like I am very concerned about that. Like, fuck, you know, remembering all my younger years, being able to be independent for so long, and then you're going back to basically being a baby. Like, oh my God. Yeah. But do I want to die young? No. I'm not sure if I asked this question or not, but how do you know I care about you?
You, Marika, with?
Yes. I, Marika, with. How do you know I care about you, Miles Johnson?
This is a question about you.
No, it's about your feelings in our friendship.
I think part of it because we are still friends this long. And I mean, it's like not something I even question. I don't know. Because it's like we basically have like brother-sister relationship. So it's not even like something I have to look at evidence about.
I know. I just feel it too. Like, but I feel like actually that's not true. Like for me, like I feel like you care because you carry this podcast a lot and you let me slack on it. And you don't really like badger me or even like ask me for help or anything, or like I hope you're not resenting me.
No, this is the system that it is. So it's just what it is.
Okay. All right. But okay. So like, that's how I feel like you care about me because I don't know. Like, I think you realize I work a lot or something. I don't know. But that's how I feel like it right now. Cause we don't really see each other face to face. And I can't remember what your love language is right now.
Hot gay sex. So
in the afternoon.
Oh no, mine. Oh wait. Mine is that you don't make me pay for food.
Oh.
You, like bring food and like you always are like openly sharing food and alcohol and stuff.
Yes, I do that. Yes. Okay, good. Oh, I'm so glad.
I had a New Year's party that I didn't really want to have, but Marika wanted me to have. I just like made 2 strombolis, which is like not enough. And then she brought like a whole like smorgasbord.
I did bring that. I did. And I brought decorations and stuff. Yeah. Because I like acts of service. I love doing acts of service for people that I like / love. I just love doing it as long as they appreciate it. So yeah.
That's our show. These are not long.
No, this is a quick one. It's not sexual this time either.
Oh my God, I know. This could go on Disney Plus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you guys, that's the episode. You can send us questions for these at our email, which is idkpod@gmail.com.
Or on Instagram, idkwhatpod.
Yeah. Or
do that.
personal stuff. So mine is Ugg Fine, which is UG6H's Fine. Ugg Fine on Instagram.
I'm only on Instagram, and it's HAYTE with Mad in the front. So Mad Hate.
Yeah, I was like also known as Mad Hate.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where you guys can reach out to us. And honestly, like I feel like usually we're like, I feel like this episode we actually had advice.
Yeah, we did.
So like maybe we do know something sometimes.
Yeah, I know about my job.
Yeah, somebody right in to ask me how to make a banner ad for Facebook or some shit. Like, ask me some stupid ad question. I'll be like, oh my god, okay.
Tell me how algorithms work.
Oh god, I wish I knew. I'll tell you how to like cast for a commercial. I just learned that. So.
Oh, cool. Tell me.
It basically takes 11 hours. The callbacks will take 11 hours.
Okay. That's not that long.
Schedule lunch. Okay, well, this is bye for real.
Bye, guys. The best investment is yourself. Like, you're priceless.